There are many talented people in the television marketing business, but every so often one rises above as an innovator and a visionary. Today we honor one of our best, Lee Minard, whose dazzling career paved the way for us all. In short, Lee was the man.
You took marketing and promotion at the local level and raised the bar so high that it felt like the network. I wouldn't have done what I did in my career without you in my life.
Born in Colorado, he grew up in Washington State. Starting as an art director, producer, and director, Lee jumped to TV marketing in the early 70s.
He was a great mentor. He used to go through my spots frame by frame. He was meticulous, his detail was incredible, and it's what made him a great creative.
His storied career took him to Baltimore, Detroit, Denver, Dallas, and New York, where he spent 9 years at WCBS TV and 2 years at the Food Network.
During one's career, you may be lucky enough to work with a person like Lee, who had a heart of gold to go along with his creative genius.
I love the guy. He was a mentor to me, he was an inspiration, and I'll never forget him.
Prior to retiring in Arizona in 2013, he spent 11 years at KLAS-TV here in Las Vegas.
I was fortunate enough to work with Lee at 2 grade 8s, both WFAA and KLAS in Las Vegas. Now, I was too young in Dallas to really appreciate his talents then, but getting to be part of his creative vision as our promotions director here in Las Vegas was a true pleasure.
Lee left his mark not only on TV stations, but on the writers, producers, artists, videographers, editors, and colleagues he inspired. And Lee's brilliant, diverse body of work has been honored with awards too numerous to mention.
He could take just a seed and build a flower out of it, but that's Lee. That was quintessential Lee. A great promotion manager, great art director. Not everybody remembers that. But more than anything, a person we all looked up to and we all wanted to emulate.
Throughout his life, Lee was known as the Man in Black. He was a humble, soft-spoken guy with a caring, inspiring, and supportive manner. It was never about him. It was always about you. A finer human being never walked the earth. A writer, painter, and musician, Lee was the quintessential Renaissance man, a true Leonardo. And like Da Vinci, he was fascinated by science and new technology. His favorite saying was, "Stay curious."
But it all comes back down, really, to one name, Lee. Creative Lee. Thanks for honoring him. I do every day, and always will.
I was so happy to have the opportunity to work with Lee. Lee brought me into the promotions department at KUSA. He was a great mentor in my transition from news to marketing and 35mm filmed promos.
He was also enthralled by the outdoors, and in retirement, Lee's passion for nature photography blossomed. The images of birds and other animals he captured on his walks were breathtaking.
He shared that same love of art and creativity with those of us he worked with, and left his mark on those lucky enough to have known him.
And today, each of us has learned from the innovation and techniques that Lee helped invent. He was our teacher, and he was our friend.
He saw something in me that I didn't think I had, and he was the one who was instrumental in getting me to where I am now.
If he was here today, he'd balk and he'd say it's too much pomp, it's too fancy. Then he'd want to see his tribute video. And he'd have more than a few suggestions to improve it. You know what? He'd be right.